Chelsea players are everywhere this March, and you need to pay attention. If you are a Chelsea fan, the next 10 days are going to be very interesting. Your favorite players are scattered all over the world right now. Some are in the United States, some are in South America, some are just down the road at Wembley, and some of the younger ones are fighting hard in qualifying tournaments that could shape their careers. This is not just a normal international break. This one is special because the 2026 World Cup in North America is just a few months away. Most national teams are using these friendlies as serious dress rehearsals. That means the Chelsea players involved are not just going through the motions. They are trying to cement their places in their national team squads for the biggest tournament in football. So let us break it all down together, country by country, player by player. And along the way, ask yourself this: which Chelsea player do you think will have the biggest impact at the 2026 World Cup? Let us get into it. Cole Palmer is back for England, and this is a big deal. Let us start right here at home. Cole Palmer is the only Chelsea player called up to the senior England squad this month, and that sentence alone should tell you something important. Cole has not been in the England camp since June of last year. That is a long time for a player of his quality. A lot has been said and written about why that gap happened, but the important thing right now is that he is back. England will host 2 friendly matches at Wembley Stadium. First up is Uruguay on Friday the 27th of March, with kickoff at 7:45 in the evening. Then 4 days later on Tuesday the 31st of March, Japan come to Wembley with the same kickoff time. These are good tests for England before the World Cup. Uruguay are always a physical and well-organized side. Japan, as we all know, are a technically brilliant team that caused major upsets in the last World Cup in Qatar. Cole going into these games needs to remind Gareth Southgate or whoever is currently leading the national team setup that he belongs in that starting 11. His creativity, his dribbling, and his ability to produce moments of magic in tight spaces are exactly what England need. Here is a question worth thinking about. Do you think Cole Palmer should be a guaranteed starter for England at the 2026 World Cup? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Enzo Fernandez gets a home crowd behind him. Moving to South America, our Argentine midfielder Enzo Fernandez is playing at one of the most iconic stadiums in world football. La Bombonera in Buenos Aires is the home of Boca Juniors, and it is one of the loudest and most electric football grounds you will ever see. Argentina will play 2 friendlies there, first against Mauritania on Friday the 27th of March, with kickoff at 11:15 in the evening UK time. Then they face Zambia on Wednesday the 1st of April, kicking off at 12:15 in the early hours of the morning UK time. Now, these are not the toughest opponents for Argentina, who are the reigning World Cup champions, but for Enzo, every appearance in that blue and white shirt is a chance to show Lionel Scaloni that he deserves to be in the starting lineup when the real tournament begins. Enzo has had a mixed couple of seasons at club level. There have been highs, and there have been some criticism too, but we all know what he is capable of. On his best days, his energy, his passing range, and his ability to win the ball back quickly make him one of the best central midfielders in the world. Playing at La Bombonera in front of the home fans should bring the best out of him. Watch these games if you can. You might see why we were so excited when Chelsea signed him. The Brazil connection, Pedro and Andre head to the USA. Now, this is one of the most exciting parts of this international break for Chelsea fans. João Pedro and Andre Santos have both been called up to the Brazil squad, and they are traveling to the United States, one of the host countries for this summer's World Cup. This trip to North America is very deliberate. Brazil want to start getting used to the conditions, the travel, and the feel of playing in American stadiums before the tournament begins. That is smart preparation. Their first game is against France on Thursday the 26th of March at Gillette Stadium in the USA, with kickoff at 8 in the evening UK time. Their second game is against Croatia on Wednesday the 1st of April at Camping World Stadium, with kickoff at 1 in the morning UK time. Now here's the thing that makes this even more interesting. The game against France is essentially a Chelsea versus Chelsea match. Malo Gusto has been called up for France, which means he could be going head-to-head with his club teammates João Pedro and Andre Santos on that night. How often does that happen? 2 Chelsea forwards against a Chelsea right back, all wearing different national team shirts. It is the kind of thing that makes international breaks genuinely exciting for supporters of clubs like ours. João Pedro has been in fantastic form for Chelsea this season. Remember that hat-trick against Aston Villa? This is a player who is growing into one of the best strikers in the Premier League. A strong showing for Brazil right now could push him right into the conversation for a starting role at the World Cup. Andre Santos is a slightly different story. He is younger and is still working his way into the squad, but being called up for this kind of preparation trip is a big statement of faith from the Brazil coaching staff. What do you think? Can João Pedro force his way into Brazil's starting lineup for the World Cup? Drop your answer in the comments. Malo Gusto looks to impress for France. As we just mentioned, Malo Gusto is part of the French squad for their trip to North America. After the Brazil game on Thursday the 26th of March, France then face Colombia at Northwest Stadium in the USA on Sunday the 29th of March, with kickoff at 8 in the evening. France are one of the favorites for the World Cup every single time. They have so much quality all over the pitch. For Gusto, the challenge is standing out in a squad full of elite players. He has developed really well since joining Chelsea. His energy going forward, his crossing ability, and his defensive work rate make him a very modern fullback. But France have competition in that position, and Gusto needs these games to remind the coaching staff what he brings. Playing against Brazil first and then Colombia means he will face some serious attacking threats. If he handles those challenges well and adds something going forward too, it could be a big couple of weeks for his international career. Pedro Neto goes stateside for Portugal. Pedro Neto is one of those players that every Chelsea fan gets excited watching. That pace, that creativity, that willingness to run at defenders. He is a nightmare for any fullback on his best days. Portugal are heading to North America as well, and they face two of the host nations for the World Cup this summer. First up is Mexico on Sunday the 29th of March at Estadio Banorte in Mexico, with kickoff at 2 in the morning UK time. Then comes the big one, USA versus Portugal at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Wednesday the 1st of April, with kickoff at midnight. Playing against the USA on American soil is going to be a huge occasion. The atmosphere will be electric. American football fans are starting to really get behind their national team, and this is exactly the kind of test Portugal need before the real thing begins. For Neto, these games are a chance to show why he deserves to be a regular starter for his country. Portugal have incredible attacking talent. Getting regular minutes is never easy, but in the games he plays, he always looks like someone who could change a match in a single moment. Moises Caicedo stays in Europe with Ecuador. Our Ecuadorian engine, Moises Caicedo, will be staying in Europe for his international duties this month. Ecuador have two friendlies lined up, first against Morocco on Friday the 27th of March at Riyadh Air Metropolitano in Spain, with kickoff at 8:15 in the evening. Then against Netherlands on Tuesday the 31st of March at Philips Stadion in the Netherlands, with kickoff at 7:45 in the evening. Caicedo is arguably one of the most important players in this entire Chelsea squad. His ability to break up play, cover ground, and keep things simple but effective in midfield is something that gives every Chelsea manager a foundation to build on. The Netherlands game is particularly interesting because Jorel Hato will be on the other side for the Dutch, another Chelsea versus Chelsea moment in international football. These are the little details that make supporting a club like ours so fascinating during these international windows. Ecuador may not be among the favorites for the World Cup, but they are a competitive team with real quality, and Caicedo is a big reason why teams respect them. Jorel Hato growing into a Netherlands. Regular speaking of Hato, our young Dutch defender is building something real at international level. He currently has 6 caps for the Netherlands, which is already an impressive number for someone his age. The Netherlands play Norway first on Friday the 27th of March at Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam, with kickoff at 7:45 in the evening. Then comes the Ecuador match we mentioned above on Tuesday the 31st of March. The Netherlands are a strong team with genuine World Cup ambitions. For Hato, every cap is a learning experience. He is playing alongside and against some of the best players in European football, and that can only help his development at club level too. Watch out for this young man. He has the potential to become a regular fixture in that Dutch backline for many years to come. Marc Cucurella stays sharp with Spain. Marc Cucurella is one of those players who has really grown in the eyes of Chelsea fans over the past couple of seasons. After a rocky start, he has become a reliable and important part of our squad, and at international level with Spain, he gets to be part of the best team in the world right now. Spain will play Serbia on Friday the 27th of March at Estadio de la Ceramica, with kickoff at 8 in the evening. Then they face Egypt on Tuesday the 31st of March at RCDE Stadium, with kickoff time still to be confirmed. Spain are the reigning European champions. Their style of play under their current setup requires full-backs who can keep the ball, press well, and get forward intelligently. Cucurella fits that profile very well. These two games are warm-ups ahead of the World Cup, and Spain will use them to try out different combinations and sharpen their understanding. For Cucu, it is about staying in the conversation and showing the manager that he belongs in that squad come June. Mamadou Sarr represents Senegal. Mamadou Sarr is heading on international duty with Senegal for 2 friendly matches ahead of the World Cup. First, Senegal face Peru on Saturday the 28th of March at Stade de France in Paris, with kickoff at 4 in the afternoon. Then on Tuesday the 31st of March, Senegal host Gambia at Stade Léopold Sédar Senghor in Senegal, with kickoff at 8 in the evening. Senegal are one of the strongest nations in African football, and they will be representing the continent with pride at the World Cup this summer. For Sarr, these games are an opportunity to continue developing at international level and show what he can bring to the Senegal setup. The academy boys are not resting either. One of the things that really shows the strength of a football club is when you look beyond the first team and see quality developing all the way through the academy. Chelsea have a lot of young players on international duty this month, and it is worth talking about some of them because these could be the names you are cheering in the first team in 2 or 3 years' time. Romeo Lavia has been selected for Belgium under-21s. He and his teammates will play Austria on Friday the 27th of March and then a friendly against Netherlands under-21s on Monday the 30th of March. Belgium under-21s are currently joint top of their qualifying group, which tells you something about the standard of players in that squad. Josh Ahimpong is in the England under-21 setup, and the Young Lions are top of Group D in their qualifying campaign. They play Andorra on Friday the 27th of March and then Moldova on Tuesday the 31st. Josh has already made senior appearances for Chelsea this season, and the combination of club experience and international football at under-21 level is a great platform for him to grow. Gaga Slonina is heading all the way to South Korea with the USA under-21s as they prepare for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games. They face Japan on Friday the 27th and Korea under-23s on Tuesday the 31st. At under-20 level, Harrison Murray Campbell and Jimmy J. Morgan are heading to Italy for a friendly, which is a return fixture after England lost 2-1 to the Italians at Chesterfield last September. Jesse Derry and Shumira Muka are representing England under-19s in Portugal for their UEFA European Under-19 Championship Elite Round qualifiers. They face Serbia, Poland, and the host nation Portugal across 3 games between the 25th of March and the 31st. If they top their group, they will head to Wales for the finals in June. Think about that. Chelsea players potentially helping England under-19s reach a major tournament final. That is exciting. At under-18 level, Freddie Bernal, Landon Emanalo, and Reggie Walsh are in Croatia for the UEFA Under-19 European 2027 first qualifying round. They face Bulgaria, Spain, and the hosts Croatia across 3 games. And at under-17 level, Calvin Diakite, Madi Nicole Jazuli, and Ryan Kavuma McQueen are on home soil at St. George's Park for their UEFA Under-17 Euro qualifying matches. They play Faroe Islands, Israel, and Estonia over the course of the break. When you look at all of these names together, it is hard not to feel genuinely optimistic about where this club is heading. The academy is producing real talent at every age group, and the senior squad is full of international players who are trusted by some of the best national teams in the world. A quick summary before we wrap up. Let us bring it all together. Here is what Chelsea fans have to look forward to across the next 10 days. Cole Palmer returns to England duty at Wembley in what could be a big moment for his international career. Enzo Fernandez plays at La Bombonera with Argentina as they prepare to defend their World Cup title. João Pedro and André Santos travel to the USA with Brazil. Malo Gusto could face his club teammates in France versus Brazil. Pedro Neto plays for Portugal in North America against 2 of the host nations. Moises Caicedo and Jorel Hato could go head-to-head when Ecuador meet the Netherlands. Marc Cucurella plays for the reigning European champions Spain, and Mamadou Sarr represents Senegal in 2 West African and international friendlies. Below all of that, a whole generation of young Chelsea players are working hard in youth international competitions across Croatia, Portugal, South Korea, England, Italy, and the Netherlands. This is a club that is building something. You can see it everywhere you look. Final thought from John Chelsea Analysis. International breaks can sometimes feel frustrating as a fan. You miss watching your players in the blue shirt, you worry about injuries, you sometimes watch games at strange hours of the night just to see a familiar face in a different color jersey. But when you step back and look at how many Chelsea players are representing their countries at all levels right now, it is actually a really encouraging sign. It means the club is full of players who are wanted, who are trusted, and who are performing at a level that puts them among the best in the world in their positions. The 2026 World Cup is coming. It is going to be enormous, and Chelsea fans are going to have a lot of players to cheer for when it gets started in June. We want to hear from you. Which Chelsea player do you think will be the standout performer at the 2026 World Cup? And who from the academy do you think will break into the first team picture by the time the tournament begins? Tell us in the comments below. Also, one more important thing before you go. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the John Chelsea Analysis YouTube channel right now and make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. We cover everything Chelsea, from match analysis to transfer news to in-depth breakdowns of exactly what is happening at Stamford Bridge. The community we are building over there is one of the best places on the internet to talk about this club, and we want you to be part of it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and stay blue.